Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I had a question about my SMP treatment. Now, as you guys know, I just recently put out a video talking to you about how I got that done over at Scalp Logic. Now, there's a lot of different companies out there. I decided to go with Scalp Logic because they are the most natural and undetectable that I've seen. And unfortunately, a lot of the results that you see online, they may look good now, if they even do look good. There's a lot of debate on that, but they may look good now. But unfortunately, in a couple of years, those people are going to end up looking like ink heads, all right? And the reason why is because people go too deep, they go too heavy with the ink, and that ink has no choice but to go ahead and spread out. And your skull is going to end up looking like an ink head, unfortunately. So I wanted to talk to you guys today. In that other video that I mentioned to you guys that I was thinking about bringing down my hairline. I originally, if you guys follow my journey on this channel about my SMP Journey, you guys are going to see that I originally told them to stay within the confines of my natural hairline. And the reason why was because my wife was thinking that, well, maybe one day I'll grow back my hair. But when I went to Scalp Logic, I told them that, and they said, absolutely no problem. And they said, we don't even think you're ready to bring down your hairline. And I started thinking about what they were talking about, and they explained to me that, listen, they don't push anybody to do anything. They look to give natural, long-lasting, and lasting results, and they try to keep their clients happy. And if they're seeing that you are not ready to give up your natural hairline, they're not going to force you to do it. And the reason why is because you might regret doing that, right? If I want to still grow my hair, I can physically grow my hair. And they have darkened my scalp to a point where if I were to grow my hair, my scalp looks so much more full, amazingly full. They darkened my scalp by like 3 times, and no one can tell. Absolutely no one can tell a thing. I'm very open and honest about it, though. I tell everybody about this procedure because if it's done correctly, it can change your everyday. It can change your life, change your confidence. My hair was so thin that even before the treatment, my hair was so thin that even if I grew it out, you could see straight through my hair. Now, it is not the same way at all. But I told them to stay within the confines of my hairline because I wanted the option to grow it back out. And that was primarily because my wife wanted me to have that option. Now, I've had this treatment for a while now, and I'll be honest with you, I love having my hair short. I think it is so clean looking. I love the procedure because it makes you look like you have hair on your head. It gives you the illusion of a thick, shaved head of hair, which I never had thick hair. So if I shaved my head, you never even saw the stubble half the time. But this gives you the illusion. The other day I was at a gathering, and my friend said, oh yeah, well, you know, Joe knows what it's like to be bald. And my other friend said, he's not bald. If you look, you can see he shaves his head. He has a thick head of hair that he could grow out. If it wasn't for this procedure, no one would be saying that. So he educated my other friend on, yes, Joe has a thick head of hair and he could grow it out at any time. He just chooses not to. That's the whole point behind this, okay? To make it look like you shave your head down and it looks stupid natural. This looks so natural, and I am so happy with this and so confident now in this procedure since I've had it for so many months that I actually want to bring the hairline down. I do not want any longer to have the high up hairline. I mentioned that someone had a question for me. The question was, what happens if you bring down your hairline, right? However far we bring it down, bring down your hairline, and then you want to grow your hair out for a couple days, because shaving your head is maintenance, right? Every day, every other day, you have to shave your head. Now, this is 3 solid days of growth right now on my head, okay? 3 days, this is what it looks like. So that's good enough for me. Typically, I'm waiting about 4 or 5 days before I shave it down. And the only reason I shave it down is because I want it to look extra clean. But the reason I wanted to do this now is because if I bring my hairline down, what will that look like if I have about 3 days worth of growth? Can you guys tell? I'm showing you right now what it'll look like. Can you tell? It'll look like this. Why will it look like this? Because if you look really close, you'll see that I shaved this for this video. You see how close I am to this camera? Look at that. No hair here, hair here. Can you see that? So if I brought this down with 3 days worth of growth, it will look like this. I've been walking around like this all day. I've had meetings with people. I've been in front of my wife. My wife is literally coming up to me and being loving and like kissing my head, touching my hair, which she loves to do now that I shave my head. She loves touching my hair. When I had my long hair, she never would touch my head, but now she loves going like this and, you know, feeling the texture or whatever. In their faces, my wife touching my head. My wife gave me a kiss right on my head earlier today. She did not see the discrepancy of this shaved and this. And that gives me confidence that if I were to put this SMP treatment here, I would have a lower hairline. And even if I did not want to shave every day because of the maintenance factor, I can get away with at least 3 solid days of growth without anybody noticing. I'm telling you, I'm in people's faces or whatever. Another thing I want to say is, Joe and Nicole, when you go to them, you're not just going to some SMP parlor, okay? They're taking the time. There's many good people out there. I'm not saying Joe and Nicole are the only people. But what I am telling you is that when you go with them, they take the time to talk to you. They discuss your options with you. They're not going to do anything that could potentially damage you in any way, shape, or form. They are so conservative when it comes to this, and that's because they do not want you to make a mistake. Any good tattoo artist will do the same thing. They will not put you in a position to have a mistake made on your body. And they're the same way. Even though they're not doing a tattoo per se, they will not put you in a position to cause you to regret what you've done. And that's what I love about them so much. They told me, you're not ready yet to bring your hairline down, and they said you will know when you're ready. Now I know that I am ready. And they were right. Before, I wasn't ready. And neither was my wife. But now that my wife sees the results and how amazing this is, she's much more comfortable with it. I came to a point where I realized, why am I holding on to my hair? Why? I don't like combing my hair, number one. Number two, it's ridiculously receded over here. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I've had this recession for the last 15 years. It hasn't gotten worse in about 15 years. So at the age of probably 16 or something, 17, I guess it stopped here. Nothing's changed in that time. But it's far back. So if I do grow my hair and I comb it, I'm not loving the way it looks because I got to worry about the wind blowing and then my hair gets messed up. If I had a full, thick head of hair, well, then, it kind of makes up for it. But it looks stupid when you have these two spots, in my personal opinion, okay? So that's why I'm ready now. I'm ready now. And Joe and Nicole told me, they said, you got to be at the point where you realize, why are you holding on to that hair? Why are you holding, even if you can grow hair, is there a point to holding on to it if it's not doing anything for you? And my hair, in my opinion, it's not doing anything for me. I'm not happy with it when it's grown out anymore. Back in the day, I was happier. But I'll be honest with you, I've never been happier than I am now, even when I had my hair. Because this is just so easy, so clean looking, and I don't even have the coverage of the SMP fully done. And I'm so happy with this. So this is just another video on my experience with this whole thing for you guys, in case you're wondering about this. I just literally commented on Joe and Nicole's channel. Somebody left a comment saying, I want to get SMP, but it looks, how did they say it? It stands out too much. And I am so glad that I saw that comment, and that's what's one of the reasons that spurred this video, is it doesn't stand out. It doesn't stand out. It only stands out when you have somebody doing the work who doesn't know how to properly do it. That's what sets Scalp Logic apart from all these other companies that are out there making ink heads. It's not supposed to stand out. These other companies are making the industry look horrible. I'm not saying Joe and Nicole are the only ones out there who know what they're doing, but they're the only ones that I've seen who really know what they're doing. Because it doesn't stand out if you do it correctly. Why would you ever want it to stand out? I don't understand why you got all these people running around with like stupid, heavy SMP. Even if it looks somewhat decent right now, it's not going to look good in 2 years. Are you freaking kidding me? No, you're going to look like you got a dome full of ink. So if you want it done right, I can guarantee you their results are going to give you right. I'm not getting paid to talk about this right now. This is my own experience. Just like every single video I've done documenting my journey with this has been completely free and unpaid for you guys. I'm trying to help you people who want to bring back your confidence, make your life more easy, make yourself look clean with just a quick shave. Guys, this is a life-changing thing. It really is. You gain so much confidence. I don't wear my hat anymore. Before this procedure, I had a hat on every single day. I never want to go back to that, ever. I'm tired of the sweat marks on my head from the hat, having to wash my hat, having to worry about if I have to take my hat off to go to a meeting or something, my hair's going to get messed up. Oh, I don't have to worry about any of it anymore. It feels like I have hair. And my head can be completely shaved. So one more time for you guys. From here, you guys can't tell. Unless I point it out, maybe you can tell. But I can almost guarantee you guys couldn't see anything. This is the discrepancy. And even in person, nobody's seeing the discrepancy, including my wife, who's all up on me in front of my face, talking to me and everything. I had to ask her, do you see a difference in the way I look? And she said, with what? And if I didn't tell her, she never would have seen it. And when I told her, she's like, oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice. So this is 3 solid days worth of growth. If you got to shave your head every 3 or even 4 days, I think I can even get away with 5 days without shaving. You're good. Quick shave. Take a face razor, just electric razor. Take that down. Every 4 or 5 days, 3 days, whatever. You're good. You don't have to worry about it. This is a life-changing thing, guys. No more spending $40, $50, $60 on a haircut at the barber shop. No more waiting on lines. None of that stuff. You go to the bathroom, you go 10 minutes tops, you're done. You don't have to worry about nothing. You don't have to worry about fades because they give you a fade practically. Look at the side of my head. They give you a fade. You see this down here, how pale it is? That's because they didn't do any work down here. You see the difference up here? That's the difference in the shade. That's the difference. You got to understand, if you're going to people who make this procedure look noticeable, there's a problem. They don't have your best interest in mind. Because while it might look decent at the time that they do it, it's not going to look good later. You're going to look like you have ink on your head. And most people, yes, the work they're getting done does stand out. And that's the problem. Because people like them make the entire industry look bad. And Joe and Nicole are over here doing it right. I guarantee you, if you have any doubts, you take those doubts and toss it out the window. They're not going to let you down. Anyway, I'll let you guys know when I decide to get this lowered whenever I can. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Have you ever worked with Joe and Nicole? Do you guys feel like the industry standards stand out too much? What do you think about me bringing the hairline down? Let me know, guys. Talk to you guys soon. Be safe. Catch you in the next video.